Good morning, students. Today's topic is the nose. External nostrils. Whatever the holes we are seeing, upside the lip is called the external nostrils. So, two external nostrils are present where they are located upper part of the lip, and they are open into the nasal chamber. They are open into the nasal chamber. And this nasal chamber is divided into left and right by the nasal septa. So whatever septa is present at the middle, that is dividing right and left, and palatine is separating the oral to the nasal chamber. And these nasal chamber, if you are considered, it is divided into vestibular, respiratory and olfactory. These three parts are present. So first we see this is the nose part, this is the mouth. So these are the external nostrils. So here septa is present, which is dividing the left and right. And here this is called the nasal chamber. It is divided into the olfactory, respiratory and vestibular part. First, olfactory part is present. So nose inside, if you are taken, first part is the olfactory, so which is helpful for knowing the smell. And here vestibular part is consisting of hair and mucus, which is removing the dust. So when air is entering, here it is containing complete hair and mucus, which is sebaceous glands are present, which is producing the mucus to removing the dust. So olfactory is helpful for the knowing the smell. Whereas respiratory, here thin twisted bony is present. So twisted bony part is present, that is dividing it into the superior, middle and inferior. Middle part, and this is the superior part. Superior, middle, inferior. Like twisted bony part is present, we are calling it is a nasal conchae. What we are calling nasal conchae. So what is the function of these nasal conchae is to maintaining the temperature. When air is moving through these conchae, the temperature and moisture will be regulated in this conchae. So nasal chamber is divided into vestibular part to removing the dust, olfactory part to know the smell, whereas respiratory part, twisted bony plate is present, that is called the nasal conchae, which is helpful for maintaining the temperature. And these conchae are divided into superior, middle and inferior. And posteriorly, this nasal chamber is open into the pharynx through the internal nostrils, which is the common passage of the food and air. Now come to the pharynx. Pharynx is a muscular opening which is posteriorly present for both nasal and oral cavity. So pharynx is common passage of the both food and air, and it is a posterior part of the nostril as well as the oral cavity, and it is divided into three regions: nasopharynx, oropharynx, laryngopharynx. First, nasopharynx. Nasopharynx, it is further divided into superior and inferior, which is the first part of the pharynx. So internal nostrils, eustachian tube is open superior portion. Inferior portion, it is containing adenoids. That means pharyngeal tonsils will be present. Adenoids other name is the pharyngeal tonsils. Whereas oropharynx is the middle part of the pharynx. Oropharynx is the middle part of the pharynx, which is consisting of two types of tonsils: palatine tonsils and lingual tonsils. Laryngopharynx, where the pharynx is open into the voice box through the esophagus and trachea, is called the laryngopharynx. It is also common passage of food and air. It is the last part of the pharynx. So pharynx is divided into nasopharynx, oropharynx, laryngopharynx. Nasopharynx is containing internal nostrils, eustachian tube, adenoids, whereas oropharynx is containing palatine tonsils, lingual tonsils. Laryngopharynx is open into the esophagus and trachea. And larynx, it is the cartilaginous box which is producing the sound. That's why we are calling it is a sound box. Larynx is also called sound box. It is made up of 9 cartilages. How many cartilages are present? 9 cartilages are present in the larynx. So some are paired and some are unpaired. Paired cartilages are arytenoid, corniculata, cuneiform. Unpaired is the thyroid, cricoid, epiglottis. So this epiglottis, thyroid backside, cricoid base. So all these are made up of single, whereas arytenoid, cuneiform, corniculata, these are the paired cartilages. So here from cuneiculata like this, here through the attaching to the thyroid, vocal cords will be formed. Glottis to the thyroid, here strings, mucus foldings are present, those are called the vocal cords. So here thyroid will be present like epiglottis, combining they are forming the vocal cords. Vocal cords will be present. So whatever distance present between these vocal cords are called the rima glottis. What we are calling rima glottis. And false foldings are present, those are called the false vocal cords. Largest cartilage among themselves is the thyroid. Some people, if you observed at the throat portion, a production is present అంటే బోన్ ఇలా పైకి వచ్చినట్టుగా అనిపిస్తుంది. సో ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఇన్ మేల్ who are very thinly present, that is called the Adam's apple. What we are calling that? That is called the Adam's apple. So larynx, which is the cartilaginous box, that means it is producing the sound, and it is made up of 9 cartilages. 3 are paired. Arytenoid, corniculata, cuneiform is the paired. Thyroid, cricoid, epiglottis is the unpaired. Largest one is the thyroid. Adam's apple is the which is protruded at the throat portion is called the Adam's apple. Thyroid ki glottis ki madhya unna mucus foldings are called the vocal cords. The distance between these vocal cords is called the rima glottis. It's a very important. The space or the gap between the two vocal cords are called the rima glottis.